All right, good morning, everybody. Sunday, September the 24th, 5:40 in the morning. I'm about to pull in the hunting property here, but had a pretty eventful morning so far. I think I've seen 6 or 7. I had 2 does come up to the loading dock here at the mineral spot and feed, and then I had a small buck, a little 8-point, come in, and then like a button buck came in, and then I had another doe come from my right. So at one point I had about 5 deer inside of 30 yards, so I was pretty locked down. Couldn't really move, so I don't really know how much video I got. Well, it's good in daylight now. Got in here a little later. I didn't really have a spot picked out, so waited till it kind of started cracking day before I walked in. I got off the edge of the main road here next to a food plot and a big pine bottom behind me. It goes down towards the creek, but got up in here. I climbed this tree last year and saw a pretty nice buck, one we wanted to let walk, but climbed up, was trying to pull my bow rope up. My bow rope got hung on this little sweet gum beside me. I looked over and there was 2 does coming down the road, and I'm trying to yank my bow up and the tree's shaking and they're looking, but they just, I guess, couldn't figure it out. But they got up in here and I somehow managed to get my phone clipped to my clamp over here to video. It didn't have my tree arm or nothing up. Got over here, got my bow, knocked the arrow, unzipped my bag, got my release out, and they got up here. I mean, they were 5 yards from me up under me, and I just froze. I bet I've been standing up for 30 minutes. And I finally got my release knocked. The bigger one left, the smaller one stayed right here by me at 20 yards. And I've been trying to shoot a doe, and my wife told me, she said, "Why don't you wear that lucky hat of yours that you call Lucky?" I said, "All right, I'll do that in the morning." Well, I put it on and I smoked her. So Alright guys, I'm on the ground. Finally. I had to shed a couple layers too, because where this deer ran, she ran down here in the bottom. She came up the other side, so I'm hoping she's on the high side. And I can find her and maybe drive in there closer to her so I ain't gonna drag her out, but that's what you want to see right there. Old 2-blade rage, hypodermic. But we'll get right here and start tracking. All right guys, blood trail was not that great. Found some spots and then just kind of stopped, just kind of dried up. And it's off the side of a big hill. And I looked in about 4 or 5 different trails that I thought she would have went in on and never found anything. So I figured I'd drive down here on the Ranger and get on top of it, on top of the roof there, and just look down in this bottom. And as you can see, white belly right there. She was a lot further from where the last blood was, but we at least we found her. So we're gonna get her loaded up and head to the truck. All right guys, well, we're back at the house. Got her loaded up. Wanted to bring her home to show my little girl. She's all about the deer and the deer on the wall and everything, so figured I'd run by here real quick since it's right by the house. So, but we found her after about, I don't know, 75 yards. The blood just kind of got real sparing. But ended up having to drive the Ranger down in there, and I stood on the roof and actually found her that way, looking down in the bottom. So she was about 60 yards from where I last found blood. But we sometimes you just get lucky and find them like that. But we're gonna head to the processor and get her loaded up, and maybe we can get another one. But my wife picks on my orange hat, my lucky hat. It was actually my granddaddy's hat, and I just started wearing it, hunting a couple times, and it seemed like every time I wore it, I would kill a deer. So I wore it this morning, and I guess it worked. So we'll keep calling it the lucky hat, but we'll see y'all on the next episode.